For years, whispers have followed Jay-Z about a secret son. And now, it seems the truth may finally be catching up to him. What started as quiet rumors has blown up into a full-blown legal battle. And Beyonce, well, she's reportedly doing everything she can to keep things from spiraling out of control. Was that ever pursued? Yes, I actually talked to her a couple of times. I actually was talking to her a couple of years ago. Everything seemed great. You know, we were communicating, and then the communication just stopped. I don't know what happened. Let's start from the beginning. A man named Rymer Satterthwaite has claimed for over a decade that Jay-Z is his biological father. His story isn't new, but what is new is how far things have come. A court has finally stepped in and ordered Jay-Z to submit a DNA sample after years of avoiding it. For Rymer, who's now an adult, this could be the moment he finally gets the closure he's been chasing most of his life. Think of the girl like Tasha K. She got a joint about Jay-Z's son on there. Oh, his alleged son? No. If you talk to him personally, that's his son. You think that's his son? Yeah. You know what I think? He is his son. First of all, Jay-Z offered money. He offered bread and everything. But his aunt, just like his caretaker, didn't approve of it. She said, no. Jay-Z got a lien on her house. All kind of stuff going on. She filed paperwork with his name on it and everything. But young Rymer was thorough. He just wants a dad. He's not trying to get money or anything like that. I told him when he called me 2 years ago, listen, I don't want to be the one to tell your story because they're going to think I'm trying to get clout off of it. Let you tell your story somewhere else first. Then I can talk about it. He called me 2 years ago saying, I just want a dad. I don't want money. I'm already 18. I think he was around 20 at the time. But something happened to him, and I was like, yo, that sounds kind of weird. He said he was coming from work and saw a gun in his car when he opened the door. He called his friend. Yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His friend said, no. Then the cops pulled up and blocked him. He told the cops, no, that's not my gun. And then they went into the building and saw that somebody had planted it in his car. I said, bro, I don't know anybody in the hood that would just waste guns like that. He said, yeah. Jay-Z had a gag order against him, trying to block Rymer from speaking. His thinking was, if this is not my son, I'll just take a test and get it over with. The fact that Jay-Z has dodged and denied responsibility is one thing, but to be a broke billionaire and a deadbeat dad, that's another. Even Solange's son, Daniel, says he doesn't have a great relationship with Beyonce or Jay-Z. Imagine someone coming out saying, hey, Jay-Z is my father. What does that person want if he's saying he doesn't care about money? Only acknowledgement. His mother, while alive, was denied justice, and now denying him makes her a liar. She even spoke to a judge demanding proper recognition before she passed away. According to sources, Beyonce may have had a bigger role in this than people realize. One insider claims she once brushed off the situation, allegedly saying, go away, little boy. Of course, that's hearsay, but what isn't in question is how tightly this secret has been kept. Insiders say Beyonce has been pushing hard to keep the situation quiet. Not because she doubts Jay-Z, but because confirming this child could shatter the image they've built together. Beyonce and Jay-Z are known as the ultimate power couple. Their brand, family, and legacy all depend on keeping that perfect image intact. But that image might now be in serious trouble. And it seems they've tried to keep it quiet for a long time. Beyonce has reportedly dealt with mental health issues, depression, and allegedly alcoholism. I said allegedly for a reason. Nonetheless, we're seeing the decline of this marriage/relationship. When this story comes out, I really want to know how they'll navigate it. Look at her during the Fantasia performance. She looked weird and skinny. The stress, money, spiritual work. It's a lot going on. They don't show the children much, focusing mostly on Blue Ivy and Rumi because the internet is a cruel place. And if this thing with Rymer comes out, it would spell big trouble for the Carters. From what I've heard, they've been living separate lives for a long time. This could become one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood because Jay-Z is about to be exposed. No amount of paying off or blocking stories will stop this, and Beyonce knows it. Once Jay-Z is exposed, you might see Beyonce divorce him. Their publicist may release a statement about separation, emphasizing their beautiful life. But it's all for appearances. Before all this, we may get another tour or album from both of them because, at the end of the day, business comes first. As far as Beyonce loving Jay-Z, she was ready to leave years ago, but the industry complicated that. She's essentially been stuck. This may be her chance to get out. If certain things come out, she's gone. The timeline complicates the story. Reimer's mother, Wanda, reportedly met Jay-Z in the early 90s, before Beyonce was in his life. Wanda was a teenager, and Jay-Z was in his early 20s. They allegedly had a brief encounter, and Wanda became pregnant. Jay-Z was focused on launching his music career, and Wanda didn't have his contact information. Wanda gave birth while in a relationship with another man, Robert, who signed the birth certificate even though he allegedly knew the child wasn't his. Wanda reportedly didn't know he had signed it. Reimer learned the truth around age 8. His mother told him Jay-Z was his father. Shortly after, Wanda passed away but signed a sworn affidavit stating Jay-Z was the father. That affidavit became key to the ongoing legal battle. Jay-Z and his team have been dodging the DNA test and blocking legal efforts every step of the way, allegedly paying off people in the courts. Meanwhile, the story broke on Daily Mail, which led to litigation. Most media outlets avoid the story because of relationships or access concerns. With the help of his legal guardian, Lily Coley, Reimer filed a civil lawsuit in 2014 against Jay-Z. They claimed Jay-Z had avoided DNA testing, facing legal blocks and fraud claims. Beyonce reportedly encouraged Jay-Z to keep the case quiet, likely to protect their family's image. Beyonce allegedly used a surrogate for Blue Ivy. The timeline of the surrogate aligns with the timeline of when another child would have been born. Security was so tight that even visiting parents couldn't see their children for 24 hours. Allegedly, the Carters paid $1.3 million to ensure secrecy and privacy. Reimer has said repeatedly he doesn't want Jay-Z's money or fame. He just wants answers. He even attempted a DNA test with a woman alleged to be Jay-Z's firstborn, but never received results. If the test confirms Reimer's claim, it would mean Jay-Z had a son before his publicly known children. Beyonce may have known more than she let on, keeping it private to protect the family's reputation. Jay-Z's lyrics and songs like Heard About Us appear to reference the situation, adding tension. Legal complications with jurisdiction and court decisions in Pennsylvania and New Jersey have further complicated the case. The lawsuit has faced multiple hurdles, jurisdictional denials, claims against their own attorneys, and procedural blocks. Despite this, Reimer's efforts continue. Even if Jay-Z is not Reimer's biological father, the relationship between Reimer's mother and Jay-Z suggests something existed. Allegedly, Jay-Z had relationships with multiple women in his 20s, raising questions about the timeline of his children. This is a delicate situation. If Reimer proved Jay-Z is his father, it could shake the image of one of music's most powerful families, impacting both Jay-Z and Beyonce's public persona.